The Mariana Trench, the deepest part of our planet, a place of immense pressure and perpetual darkness. It's hard to imagine anything surviving in this extreme environment. Yet, life finds a way. Strange and wonderful creatures call this trench home. They have adapted to thrive in conditions that would crush us. But what if we introduce something unnatural to this delicate ecosystem? Something catastrophic? What if we detonated a nuclear bomb in the Mariana Trench? The very idea seems like something out of a science fiction movie, a recipe for global disaster. You might imagine towering tsunamis, wiping out coastlines. You might picture the Earth itself cracking under the pressure. But the reality is far more complex and far less dramatic. Detonating a nuclear bomb at the bottom of the Mariana Trench wouldn't destroy the world. It wouldn't even come close. So what really happens when you unleash such immense power in the deepest, darkest corner of our oceans? Imagine a nuclear bomb, not just any bomb, but a powerful one. Now picture it being carefully lowered into the Mariana Trench. Deeper and deeper it goes until it reaches the very bottom. The pressure here is unimaginable. It would crush a human like an ant. But the bomb? It's built to withstand incredible forces. Then detonation, a blinding flash of light, a surge of raw energy, unlike anything our planet has ever seen in this abyss. The bomb's core reaches temperatures hotter than the surface of the sun. This unimaginable heat instantly vaporizes the surrounding water. A bubble of superheated steam forms, expanding with incredible speed and force. Inside this bubble, it's chaos. Section 3, the crushing depths. But the immense pressure of the Mariana Trench is a formidable force. Remember, we're over 7 miles beneath the surface. The weight of the entire ocean is pressing down on this expanding bubble. And here's where things get interesting. Section 4. A dance of energy. The pressure doesn't stop the bubble, but it does something unexpected. It contains it. The immense pressure prevents the bubble from expanding outward in a catastrophic explosion. Instead, the energy is forced upwards. The bubble, a swirling mass of heat and energy, begins to rise. It's a slow, churning ascent, a journey from the deepest, darkest point on Earth towards the light. Section 1. An underwater dance. As the superheated bubble ascends, it encounters layers of water with decreasing pressure. It's like a dancer changing partners, each with a different rhythm. The deeper layers, cold and dense, offer the most resistance. The bubble, still incredibly hot, writhes and pulsates, its energy battling the immense pressure. Higher up, the water is warmer, less dense. The pressure eases its grip, allowing the bubble to expand slightly, like a lung taking a breath. This constant push and pull, this dance between heat and pressure, shapes the bubble's journey towards the surface. Section 2. The power of pressure. It's hard to fathom the sheer force the ocean exerts at these depths. Imagine the weight of 1,000 elephants concentrated on a single square inch. That's the reality of the Mariana Trench. Even the immense energy of a nuclear explosion can't completely overcome this pressure. It can only interact with it, be shaped by it. This pressure is the reason why we don't see a colossal eruption on the surface, a mushroom cloud rising from the Pacific. Instead, the energy is channeled upwards, a controlled release rather than a catastrophic blast. Section 3. Transformation in motion. As the bubble ascends, it undergoes a remarkable transformation. No longer a single superheated entity, it begins to fragment. Think of it like a drop of ink in water. It starts as a concentrated point, then spreads and dissipates. The same principle applies to our rising bubble. The intense heat dissipates into the surrounding water, cooling the bubble and causing it to break apart. These smaller bubbles, still carrying some of the initial energy, continue their upward journey. Section 4. A silent scream. This fragmentation is crucial. It's the ocean's way of absorbing the immense energy of the explosion. dissipating it over a larger area. It's a silent scream, a release of energy that's largely invisible to the human eye. But while the drama unfolds beneath the surface, what's happening above? Is the world oblivious to the nuclear drama playing out in the depths of the Mariana Trench? Our fragmented bubble, once a single ferocious entity, is now a scattered procession. Each bubble, a tiny vessel carrying the remnants of the nuclear reaction, continues its journey upwards. The ocean, in its vastness, seems determined to absorb this intrusion. It's a battle of scales, the immense power of the atom against the even greater immensity of the sea. As the bubbles rise, the pressure continues to decrease. They expand, but not with the destructive force they once held. Their energy is dissipating, being absorbed by the surrounding water. This is the ocean's strength, its sheer volume acting as a buffer, a shield against even the most powerful forces we can unleash. The rising bubbles, now mere whispers of their former selves, encounter a new challenge, the thermocline. This boundary layer, where warmer surface waters meet the colder depths, acts like a gatekeeper. The bubbles, still carrying some residual heat, begin to interact with this colder water. It's a turbulent meeting, a clash of temperatures. Some bubbles, their energy spent, dissolve entirely into the thermocline. Their journey ends here, their nuclear secrets absorbed into the vastness of the ocean. Others, more resilient, manage to push through. They emerge into the warmer surface waters, carrying with them the faintest echoes of the event that transpired miles below. The surviving bubbles, now mere specks of heat and energy, continue their ascent. They are the last vestiges of the nuclear explosion, carrying its signature towards the surface. As they reach the final layers, they release their heat into the surrounding water. This creates a plume, a column of slightly warmer, slightly more radioactive water, rising towards the surface. But this plume is nothing like the mushroom cloud one might expect from a nuclear detonation in the atmosphere. It's diffuse, spread out over a vast area, its impact minimized by the ocean's immense volume. This is the ocean's way of containing the uncontainable, of diluting even the most potent forces into relative insignificance. Section 4. Whispers of the Deep. At the surface, the drama unfolding below is barely perceptible. The ocean, vast and mysterious, hides its secrets well. The ocean, a master of disguise, keeps its secrets well hidden. It is a world unto itself where the surface tells only half the story. There might be a slight disturbance, a ripple in the otherwise calm waters, a whisper of the deep, barely noticeable to the untrained eye. Perhaps a faint hissing sound as the last of the bubbles break the surface, releasing their whisper of heat and energy, a subtle reminder of the forces at play beneath. But to the casual observer, it would be easy to miss. The ocean's surface, a deceptive calm, belies the turmoil below. The ocean has absorbed the blow, shielding the surface world from the consequences of our actions. It acts as a guardian, a buffer between us and the depths. Yet, beneath the surface, the ocean remembers. It holds on to the echoes of our deeds, both good and bad. The plume of slightly warmer, slightly more radioactive water serves as a silent testament to the power we unleashed in the depths, a hidden marker of our impact. The ocean has a long memory, and its depths hold the stories of all that we do, both the grand and the terrible. It is a silent witness to our history, a keeper of secrets. Section 1. A world unchanged. On the surface, the world seems oblivious to the drama that unfolded miles below. The sun sets, painting the sky with hues of orange and purple, oblivious to the nuclear fire that raged in the abyss. Life goes on, seemingly untouched by the events that transpired in the deepest, darkest corner of our planet. The waves lap at the shore, their rhythm unchanged, their secrets kept hidden beneath the surface. But to call it unchanged would be a misnomer. For the ocean, vast and resilient as it is, bears the scars of our actions. The nuclear genie, once released from its bottle, leaves behind a legacy, however subtle, in the delicate balance of the deep. Section 2. The myth of the mega tsunami. Many imagine a nuclear explosion in the ocean as the harbinger of colossal tsunamis, swallowing entire coastlines. Movies have etched this terrifying image into our collective consciousness, but the reality, thankfully, is far less dramatic. The immense pressure at the Mariana Trench's depths acts as a barrier, containing the explosion's energy. Instead of a world-ending wave, the surface effects are surprisingly minimal. Perhaps a slight swell, a ripple spreading outwards, but nothing on the scale of a catastrophic tsunami. The ocean, in its vastness, absorbs the blow, its depths acting as a buffer against the catastrophic consequences of our actions. Section 3. Life finds a way, but at what cost? While the surface remains largely undisturbed, the same cannot be said for the depths. The nuclear explosion, though contained, releases a cocktail of radioactive isotopes into the water. These isotopes, invisible to the naked eye, pose a silent threat to the delicate ecosystem of the Mariana Trench. While life in the trench has adapted to survive extreme conditions, radiation presents a new, insidious danger. It's impossible to predict the long-term consequences with certainty. But one thing is clear. Even in the deepest, most remote corners of our planet, our actions have consequences. Section 4. A ripple, not a Ragnarok. Detonating a nuclear bomb in the Mariana Trench wouldn't bring about the apocalyptic end many imagine. The Earth would not crack in two. Tsunamis wouldn't erase cities from the map. Instead, the consequences would be more insidious, more subtle. A slow poisoning of the deep, a disruption of the delicate balance of life in one of the most extreme environments on Earth. The Mariana Trench, a place of wonder and mystery, stands as a stark reminder of the interconnectedness of our planet, a place where even the seemingly inconsequential ripple of our actions can have far-reaching consequences. It's a lesson we would do well to remember, for the ocean, for all its vastness, is not immune to the consequences of our actions. Section 1. The Ocean's Warning. The Mariana Trench, a place of unimaginable depths and incredible pressure, has served as a silent observer to our hypothetical experiment. This trench, the deepest part of our world's oceans, holds secrets and mysteries that boggle the human mind. We imagined unleashing the awesome power of a nuclear bomb in its depths, expecting a cataclysmic response. The sheer force of such an explosion, we thought, would surely disrupt the very fabric of the ocean. Yet the ocean, in its infinite wisdom, defied our expectations. It absorbed the shock, the energy, and the chaos, maintaining a facade of tranquility. Instead of a world-ending explosion, we witnessed a contained release of energy, a gradual dissipation of heat, a silent scream absorbed by the sheer vastness of the sea. The ocean's capacity to absorb and mitigate such forces is both awe-inspiring and humbling. The surface remained largely undisturbed, life on land seemingly unaffected. The ocean's depths had taken the brunt of the impact, shielding the surface world from immediate harm. But let us not mistake this subdued response for indifference. The ocean's calm exterior hides a complex and delicate balance. The ocean, for all its resilience, is not invincible. Its ecosystems, especially those in the deep sea, are vulnerable and fragile. The plume of heat, the scattered radioactive isotopes, these are the scars of our actions, a subtle but potent reminder of the potential consequences we narrowly avoided. These remnants serve as a testament to the ocean's ability to endure, but also to its limits. The Mariana Trench, in its silence, has issued a warning, a whisper carried on the currents that reverberates throughout our planet. It reminds us of the delicate balance we must maintain and the respect we owe to the natural world. Section 2. Our responsibility, our choice. The depths of our oceans are not a playground for our destructive impulses. They are a sanctuary, a cradle of life that has existed for millions of years. They are a vital part of our planet's ecosystem, a realm of wonder and mystery that we are only beginning to understand. Each creature, each coral, each wave plays a role in the delicate balance of life. The hypothetical detonation of a nuclear bomb in the Mariana Trench, while yielding a less dramatic outcome than often imagined, underscores a profound truth. Our actions have consequences, often unseen, yet far-reaching. The ripple effects of our choices can alter the course of nature. We cannot afford to treat our planet, and especially our oceans, as an expendable resource, a testing ground for our destructive capabilities. The choice is ours. We must decide whether to protect or to destroy. Will we heed the ocean's warning, recognizing the interconnectedness of all life, and act responsibly? Will we take the necessary steps to preserve this underwater world for future generations? Or will we continue down a path of reckless disregard, risking irreparable harm to the very ecosystems that sustain us? The future of our oceans, and indeed our planet, hangs in the balance. The answer lies not in the depths of the Mariana Trench, but within ourselves. It is our responsibility, our choice, to make a difference.